Hello guys, many of you have requested that I do a screencast lesson on multi-step equations. We have been working on them for the past couple of days, but I know some of you still struggle with them, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a very short video, and hopefully you can play it over and over and over until you get it. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and do number one. One of the things that I need for one of the things I need for you to know is first thing we want to do here is to go ahead and distribute the negative 2. Again, this is a negative 2. Then this is saying negative 2 times the quantity of negative 7x minus 14. So since I'm not touching this, please go ahead and draw a line. Those of you who still struggle with which side of the equation to put things, so 196 is over here, and then we have 7x. Now I'm going to distribute negative 2 times negative 7. That'll be a positive 14x. Again, a negative times a negative will give us a positive. Then we do negative 2 times negative 14, and that will be a positive 28. So all I did here was go ahead and distribute um, the the ne the negative 2 to negative 7 and negative 14. Now the next thing to do in this case will be to go ahead and combine the like terms. So here we have 196. 7x plus 14x will be 21x plus 28. Now this become a easy two-step equation. Now remember, whatever is attached to the variable, we want to save that for last. Let's go ahead and get rid of this positive 28. So since it is positive, we want to do the inverse, and the inverse will be negative 28. So we want to make sure we do that on both sides of the equation. That's why I want you guys to put a line, those of you still struggling where to do what. And now we get 196 minus 28. Alright, so here we get 168. These cancel. Now we want to go ahead and bring down the 21x. And from here we go ahead and divide both sides by 21. I'm dividing by 21. This is because this is 21 times x. So again, the inverse of the multiplication will be to divide. And 168 divided by 21, that'll be 8 is equal to x. And that is how we do number 1. Now on to number 2. So here we have 11. Again, draw a line if you want. So 5x, this one here is a positive, so 2. So 2 times negative 3 will be a negative 6x. 2 times positive 8 will be a positive 16. Then the next thing to do, so again, we went ahead and distribute the 2. Now we can go ahead and combine the like terms on this side. 11 is still over there by himself, and 5x minus 6x will be negative x. Or you can go ahead and put the imaginary 1 plus 16. Now the next thing to do here, again, the negative 1 is attached to the x, so we do it last. So we will go ahead and here and subtract 16. And we get negative 5. Is equal to negative x. Now remember, with the negative 1 here, so we have to go ahead and either multiply or divide by a negative 1. So now my negative 5 will turn into a positive 5, and x now finally is by himself. Okay. Alright, now I'm gonna do one more. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this one here. Alright, so first thing we want to do again is to distribute this negative 4. So negative 4 times 2x will be negative 8x. I'm not going to use the line, I'm going to use my equal sign. So that'll be negative 8x. Negative 4 times negative 4 will be a positive 16. Again, next thing to do here, combine the like terms. 71 equal. Some of you guys keep forgetting to put your equal sign. Please, it is very important. So negative 3x minus 8x, that will be negative 5x plus 16. Now this has become an easy two-step equation. We know we need to get rid of the 16 first. And we have negative 5x is equal to 55. And now please, a lot of you guys stop right there and you're like, oh, the answer is 11. Please make sure you do the last step. It's negative 5. We are dividing by negative 5 on both sides. So these cancel. 55 divided by negative 5 will be a negative 11. Okay, so some of you do not like to show that last step. Oh, I did it in my head. But be very, very careful because you can forget about the sign that this is a negative 5, not a regular 5. Okay, so hopefully those 3 problems can help you master this content, rewatch it over. We'll do a little bit more practice in class again with this one before we move on to equations with variables on both sides. Okay, alright, so that was it for today. Have a good one.